Apparently, Miss Moneypenny believes there is an American, a new secret agent, 006, called Ryan Gosling. The poor dear. I think I think she's gone a bit squiffy. Gosling, 006, better than me. It's as if the Broccoli's haven't done a good job with a character with my name and just made it shit and let other writers and directors do better films with better characters that are just me but done well. No, the poor dear. The poor dear. She'll be sectioned, I know. Of course. Hi everyone. Going to try and persuade you to watch something else good that I've really enjoyed. The Grey Man. Very, very good. There might be minor spoilers in this, because I want to get you to watch it rather than just ramble on and gush about how good it is. Maybe when I've got 1 million viewers and we can have a backwards and forwards. Until then, I want to recommend good shit to go and watch, and this is one of them. It's not as intense as Terminal List in its story. It's more of that old blockbustery feel, which I've got no problem with. The Russo Brothers, who have directed who directed Captain America: Winter Soldier, that had some of the best kind of car chase set pieces. I know, they were glorious explosions and Black Widow jumping around and the Winter Soldier just making it a problem for everyone. Captain America getting blown up and ending up in a coach with a shield. Oh, it was all kicking off. Nick Fury and that set with a machine gun, and they're putting the bolts in the road and, telling his car, not yet. And there is an element of that, that Russo Brothers, they've also lovely. So this is so well directed, this film. It just rock and rolls. The soundtrack is by the same guy who did Winter Soldier as well and a few other Marvel stuff. The production designer worked on a couple of Bond films. And in this film, Ryan Gosling is 6. He's number 6. And he makes a quick, like I say, minor spoilers. This isn't really telling you the story, but a minor quip where he goes, the little girl goes to him like, "What's your name?" He goes, 6. And he said, "That's a weird name." And he said, "Well, 007 was already taken." But it's a nice little throwaway thing, but kind of defines where we're going with this film. This is early on. This happens. And throughout, just a concise pre-credit setup to let you know what they're going to do for the next 2 hours. This is what the film's about. Bang, bang, done. Credits roll in. Bit more setup, obviously introducing the characters, the bad guys, this, that and the other. Ryan Gosling he's playing Ryan Gosling, but the character, there is nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with that. He just pulls off the character very, very well. Anna de Armas, I mean, what can I say? I know I'm going to go there. Gorgeous to watch. I mean, who doesn't want to watch a film with her or Gal Gadot in it? Like, straight away, you're in. All right, call me a heterosexual white man. I don't care, because I am. All right, so I'm going there. Always, and she's a good actress. Who knew the pretty ones could act? And I'm only joking. And Chris Evans, this is the best thing I've seen him do. He's within a millimetre for me of hamming it. If he went too far, how he goes in this, he would have been ridiculous. But he stays threatening and awesome. All the things that were wrong, some of the things, if you've heard my moan and groan about Resident Evil and how they've done these quirky characters, the bad guy in it, the Irish fella, this is exactly how you do it, everyone. every idiot involved with the Netflix Resident Evil, take a look at this. It's on the same channel. It's on the same channel, so you might, I don't know if you subscribe, or you might get it for free because you're making programs for it that are shit. Watch this good stuff. Watch this good shit. The fight scenes, this is just an action film for 2 hours, by the way, which delivers, and you think you know how it's going to end, and you kind of do. There's a couple of nice little twists and turns. The fight scenes had a handled, and Ryan Gosling, how he handles himself, just superbly done. Just the stunt coordinators, they brought them in. There was some, you know, the Russo Brothers just know how to direct. Midpoint in this film, just one 10-minute long action set piece with a tram rolling through the city centre. It does get a bit. It did remind me a little bit of Captain the Winter Soldier, which is that's one of my favourite action scenes ever in that film that the Russo Brothers did. But I can't slate them for that because they wasn't copying the scene. It just reminded me of it, and you'll know why when you see it. Well, I hope you do after this. If you're watching this and thinking, "Oh, do I another action film? Oh, he told me that was Terminal List. You know, the bloke really does like his shit." No, just go and watch it. It's not Terminal List, like I say. It's not as intense. It's more of just a romp throughout. Everyone acting there, you know, just no bad performances from anyone. Kind of a little unexpected couple of bits at the end. You think you know how it's going to end up and who's going to do what. Not major, but just enjoyable. Why is it that we can't have that? Like, oh, I know what's going to happen. But as long as you're engaged, as long as they've got you, and they got me within the first, well, pre-credits, I thought, oh, that's what I want. That's what I want. A little bit of dialogue. Between Billy Bob Thornton and Ryan Gosling. Here we go. Sets it up. And obviously you have a couple of flashbacks to kind of embellish the characters along the way. Just enough to know the backgrounds, a little bit of the mystery man, the grey man. Nice, just nicely done. The set pieces are so... There's a fight on a plane, and it's not original in and of itself. A fight on a plane and the engine's blowing up and blah, blah. But just how it's done, they introduce these red flares that somehow just set this fight scene apart. Which just, like I say, you've got your beer, your dry roasted, and your wine gums. Let's have it. And they do. And again, it's not a perfect film, but it is 2 hours good entertainment. Chris Evans gets all of the best one-liners. It reminded me, not in a nostalgic or cheesy way. It reminded me of 80s action movies where Chris Evans just delivers, but not all the time. You know, they don't wear it out. He just delivers a couple of one-liners that are in his character, but doesn't it doesn't spoil the scenes. It doesn't say, oh, well, yeah, you know no one's going to die kind of thing, which is the Marvel shit they do now. Everything's a joke. Everything's got to have a quip. Every scene. They walk over there and they have a quip, don't they? Oh, let's walk over there and quip. Anyway, like I say, that midpoint set piece where kind of the things change up, and Anna de Armas, her character, and she kicks some arse as well. I will never tire. I will never tire of watching her kicking arse from Bond. And she didn't. I know she was a different character in Blade Runner 2049, but she just looks great as she moves. Not where I just went before. I'm not going to bang on about it, even though. No, I ain't going to go there. Shouldn't have said that. Can I edit that out? Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, no, she plays a really good action kind of kick-ass role. And again, she is in as a human being, obviously as gorgeous as they come, but I think she's quite petite and doesn't look like an action heroine. But if you have watched my Resident Evil videos and I'm moaning and groaning about the little girl they've got as the hero in that, you can understand why, because she just doesn't do fuck all except moan and groan. And the army's in this, they've got the stunt coordinators in, they've obviously done some training, and how they move, and you believe it, like with Terminal List. They're all actors, they haven't done fuck all. They haven't even had a proper job in their lives, let alone any military experience around to deal with weapons and go, wha! So, I suppose it could have had some karate lessons from Cobra Kai, I suppose, or Miyagi Doji, but anyway, I digress. So all the fight scenes are superb, and they just seem to add, like with the flares on the plane, which is just the basic. Well, I'm saying basic. It sounds like I'm not doing it its proper service, but they are very, very well choreographed. They're very well done. They do a couple of little bits different, and like I say, I had the flares in. There's another one where there's a torch. They do a long shot of outside the building where Ryan Gosling, the grey man, is having a fight with his torches involved. But it was nice to have the long shot of it, and I don't know, I just liked it. It was outside the building for all this glass panelling, and you just see this torch go, and I thought was quite, I enjoyed it anyway, all right, if you don't enjoy it, then, but I did, as a long shot goes, not like in Kenobi where the long shot is like 18 miles away and you see two lightsabers, but they stay there and then they go back and not a lot's happening still. And it is well worth another high point as well in the fight scenes where old Gorgeous Chops is fighting the Indian or Bangladeshi guy, whatever he's the hitman, the Lone Ranger, whatever he's called, and it's with a cord, like a phone on a cord or something on a cord, and the two of them, it reminded me of like some of those Jackie Chan old choreographed fights but they've got 1 minute the cord's round his neck and then she's swapped and then there's the table involved and then she's one side of the table and the cord is wrapped around both their necks and then one of them, it was just really well done. It is 2 hours of fun. I don't know what else I can ramble on about really, except good directing, just a great soundtrack that just punctuates. There's enough there to accentuate what's going on. Best thing I've seen Chris Evans do, and I loved him in Captain America, but there aren't any bad performances in it, in my view. Just everyone delivers on the spot, and I'm so glad that the Russo brothers fucked off from Disney, from Dismal. You know, they obviously see the writing on the wall and they just thought, ain't we got a bit more about us? I'm so glad they did, and dragged people with them that also thought, yeah, I've got a bit about me. I think we can make some decent shit, can't we? Rather than keep doing this crap. You know, there's a bit of CGI in this. Just one thing quickly before I go. Couple of little bits of CGI, not dodgy, but just CGI that you know it is. But doesn't spoil it. But that is the only kind of criticism if I really wanted to try and balance anything out rather than gush. Other than that, I recommend it. As always, I love it if people start commenting and we can have a to and fro. I would love that. If not, I will bid you adios.